I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com, and welcome. I worked as a professional recruiter for more than 40 years and filled a ton of positions. And frankly, I coach people now and look at their body language as I interview them because I try to present myself as someone who can critique an interviewer and help them perform at a higher level. And I can. And I thought today I would do a video with some of the dumb body language things that cause people to get turned down. Now, I want to be clear. Body language is never going to get you hired. As much as people like to believe that mirroring someone, that is copying the behaviors of another individual as they're doing it, will help them feel understood, these days, unlike days of old, doing that looks creepy. So let's forget about mirroring. Let's just point to the stuff that you do or may do that causes you to get turned down. So number one is the notion of you're in the interview and you've been there for a while and you start rubbing the back of your neck as though you have a cramp there. Like, the impact of that is it's kind of like the person, and I'm not counting this as one of the reasons, one of the rejection things. I remember when I was very young and I would go to a meeting or I was interviewing for a job, I would try and hide the yawn by putting my hand over my mouth. I stifle the yawn. And it's just dumb. Another thing that people don't really care for is going to your nose at all. And I'm not talking about picking your nose. That's obviously a turnoff. But interviewers have been trained to believe that such behavior is that you're not being completely honest with them. So whether true or not isn't the point. That's what they believe. So stay away from the nose and doing the rub thing there. Now, this has been clearly disproved. Sitting with your arms folded does not mean that you're detached or unfriendly. It's normally a habit that people go to when they're physically uncomfortable. But there's an interview I saw with a guy named Chris Voss, who's an FBI hostage negotiator, who made it very clear it's completely false data. There's nothing to associate sitting with your arms folded in the chair as being a problem. It's just that people believe it's a problem. Crossing your legs and sitting shaking them one over the other, bored. You're disinterested. You're impatient. Get it going already, huh? Leaning forward, or I should say leaning toward the door. It's as though you're trying to make a dash for the door. It's stupid, I know, but this is what people actually believe. Slouching. There's the kind of slouch that's okay. Like, I tend to slouch. The however is, there's the kind that makes it seem like you're disinterested or bored, or you're just not into it. Just be aware of how that presents. And lastly, the blank stare. Have you ever been on a date with someone and they're kind of looking off blankly? And you just don't know if they're there? Well, in an interview, that's a problem too. And you don't want to give them the blank stare. So hope you're not doing any of these. I'll just simply say, if you'd like my help with interview preparation, and that's not just about body language, that's about preparing you for answers to tough interview questions, giving you a framework for interview performance, reach out to me. The easiest way to do it is by going to LinkedIn, linkedin.com/IN/the Big Game Hunter. Mention that you saw the video because I just like knowing I'm helping some folks. Once we're connected, message me that you're interested in coaching. I'd be happy to help. Also want to say that if you're outside the U.S., I make the point of saying that if you're outside, make sure that you tell me that you saw the video or seen something that I've created, because I can't accept connection requests from out of the U.S. because I'm bucking up against the 30,000 person limit that LinkedIn has for first level connections. And if you just have a couple of questions, the easiest way to get your answers from me is through an app called Magnify, Magnifi. That's an iOS-only app, or by calling me through PrestoExperts.com. I'm a job search and career coaching expert. I also do leadership coaching for individuals as well. Hope you have a great day. Take care.